You may not believe this story. But the people of Agwashi still talk about Amara, the girl who wanted to change the way she was made. Some say it happened long ago, others swear it was just a few years back. Either way, what happened to her is a lesson nobody in that village will ever forget. Amara was known all over town. She had fine skin, a proud walk, and a smile that made men forget their wives for a moment. But Amara was never satisfied. If someone called her beautiful, she would ask, "Are you sure?" And when people said she looked perfect already, she would still find fault in herself. She wanted to be thicker, fuller, the kind of woman who would make every other girl jealous. She wanted to be noticed. Her mother warned her many times. Amara, beauty fades like morning dew. Don't lose yourself chasing what others call perfect. But Amara never listened. She would laugh and say, "Mama, you don't understand these things. This is a new generation." One market day, a strange woman came to the village. She sat at the corner of the road with small bottles and wrapped leaves laid out before her. People passed her without looking, but Amara stopped. The woman looked up and said quietly, "You seek what will make them stare longer, don't you?" Amara hesitated, but her curiosity betrayed her. "What do you mean?" she asked. The woman smiled. "I have something for you. Just one pill every night, and you will get what you desire." Amara should have walked away. She should have remembered her mother's warning. But vanity is louder than wisdom when the heart is restless. She paid the woman with the little money she had and hid the small packet inside her wrapper. That night, she took one pill. She waited. Nothing happened. The next day, she took another. Still nothing. By the third day, she noticed her hips were rounder, her face seemed brighter. When she walked through the market, people looked at her longer. She smiled to herself. "It's working," she thought. Her friends began asking questions. "What are you using?" She laughed and said, "It's just herbs from the bush." Even when her closest friend begged to know, Amara refused. "If I tell you, you'll copy me," she said. But soon, the changes became strange. Her skin started feeling rough in the mornings, like the surface of unwashed yam. She thought maybe it was just dryness, so she rubbed oil. By evening, it would smoothen again. She didn't worry. She was too proud of the new attention she was getting. Then one night, she woke up thirsty. She reached for her calabash of water, but her fingers felt heavy, stiff. She looked down, and her hands were swelling. She screamed. Her mother ran in and found her sitting on the floor, trembling. "Amara, what's wrong?" "Mama, my hands, look at them." But when her mother touched them, they felt normal again. She thought maybe it was a dream. By the next week, her legs began to ache whenever she stood for too long. She started walking with a limp. Her friends noticed, but she brushed it off. Then came the whispering, people said she was cursed. Someone said they saw her talking to a spirit woman in the market. Another claimed she went to a forbidden farm at night. The elders decided to call the priest. He came to her compound early in the morning, carrying his staff and cowries. He looked at her and sighed. "My daughter, what have you eaten that does not belong to man?" Amara shook her head. "I don't understand." He nodded slowly. "You do. But you are afraid to say it. The thing you took is not for humans." He poured palm wine on the ground and listened to the sound it made. Then he said, "There is a spirit of the land that guards the yam fields. She gives food, but never beauty. You have offended her." Amara began to cry. "Please, help me. I didn't know." The priest said, "Go to the yam farm behind the old shrine before sunrise. Dig up the first yam you find. If the yam bleeds, you must not run." That night, Amara couldn't sleep. Her mother begged her not to go, but Amara said she had to try. Just before dawn, she walked toward the shrine with a hoe in her hand. The air was still. Even the birds were silent. She reached the farm and knelt down. The soil was soft. She started digging. After a few minutes, she saw the head of a yam. She struck it once more, and thick red liquid oozed out. She gasped. The priest had been right, the yam was bleeding. She dropped the hoe and tried to step back, but her legs refused to move. The ground under her began to feel soft, like mud. She screamed for help, but no one heard her. Her skin began to harden again, this time spreading fast. Her feet were already gone, they had turned brown and rough. She tried to crawl, but her arms wouldn't bend anymore. Her voice faded. By sunrise, all that was left on that spot was a large yam with a faint human face carved into its surface. When the villagers came, they found the hoe, her slippers, and nothing else. The priest looked at the yam and said, "Let no one touch it. This is what greed does when it hides behind beauty." They buried the yam beside the shrine, and for years no one farmed there again. But sometimes, when it rains heavily, people say they hear a woman's voice calling softly from the soil, "Mama, I didn't mean to." Some say she was cursed forever. Others say the spirits took pity and turned her into something useful. Either way, the story remains the same. When the elders tell it to the young girls during moonlight stories, they always end the same way. If you are not satisfied with who you are, don't seek magic to change it. You might end up like Amara, beautiful today, gone tomorrow. And even now, when a young girl becomes obsessed with her looks, someone will whisper, "Careful, remember Amara." Subscribe for more exciting African stories and turn on notifications so you don't miss